So you'll remember this teacher very well. We did quite a few segments on him for saying that he kills fascists, which apparently wasn't concerning enough to get him removed from the Olympia school district, but maybe multiple students offering credible allegations of sexual harassment will get the job done. Let's talk about it in our segment. Unbelievable. Okay, so you will remember this, at least the picture, maybe not the teacher, but there is a teacher in the Olympia School District who posted on Instagram this picture, holding a little sign that said, "This teacher kills fascists." He said, "Flying this little flag on my hydration pack during the Leavenworth Sky Race this weekend. Might need to print it on a t-shirt next for all my fellow woke DEI educators. Still showing up with courage and care. Yes, I'm woke. Yes, I teach DEI. No, I'm not sorry if that triggers the willfully ignorant." Ah, yes, we're the willfully ignorant, yet you are a public school educator who feels proud about flying a sign during a bike race that says, "You kill fascists." And this was, gosh, what, a year ago? This was, maybe not, this was several months ago, if not a year ago when this happened. And of course, we do a ton of stories on the Olympia School District and all the woke, insane educators there. And he's very proudly like, "Yes, I'm woke." And the school district really brushed this off as like, it's his personal social media. And now when you look at the Charlie Kirk assassination, I mean, one of the bullets said, "Catch fascist" or something like that. And so, to have a teacher saying he kills fascists or who he deems as fascists is quite significant. So now there is a new update for this teacher. Our friend Alicia Perkins over at OSD Rescue publishing this article. Highly recommend you go read it on her OSD Rescue Substack. Swept aside. Olympia teacher accused of sexual harassment. Parents say internal handling of student claims is insufficient. So I'm going to read a little bit from her reporting on this for you. So she says, Mr. Akiyama has allegedly received at least 2 formal complaints of misconduct in a sexual harassment manner with students. 2 separate reports have very similar claims. In 2023, an Olympia High School parent and local educator who has worked with hundreds of students reported Mr. Akiyama for sexual harassment after a student confided in her. The educator says she reported to the student's counselor at the time that Mr. Akiyama was engaging in flirtation, special treatment, and comments about the way this student looked in a sexual nature. According to this educator, she followed up with the student to see how the report was handled, and the student claimed that her counselor basically advised her to brush it off with no further action. Interesting. So the article goes on to say about this Olympia High School teacher, Ryan Akiyama. On June 3rd of this year, another formal complaint about Mr. Akiyama was sent to Matt Grant, principal of Olympia High School, by a student's mother. The student herself also issued a formal complaint to her school counselor and to the district administration. The allegations against Mr. Akiyama included repeated comments about the student's appearance and cleavage, rating her on a scale of 1 to 10, preferential treatment, and one-on-one conversations about Mr. Akiyama's nicknames, Freakyama and Diddyama. So those seem like very similar accusations from 2 different students about being creepy. That's their accusation, basically being creepy, preferential treatment, making comments to them about their appearance, in this case, their cleavage, and talking to them, this girl, allegedly one-on-one, about the fact that he has 2 nicknames, Freakyama and Diddyama. That's some sick, disturbing stuff, if true. So Alicia Perkins goes on to write, an internal investigation into the sexual harassment claims against Mr. Akiyama was opened by OSD, and he was placed on an undefined leave. However, the family says they still had not received any updates as promised by the district by September 2nd, the day before school was set to start. Regarding the investigation against him for sexual harassment, here's the kicker. Mr. Akiyama is allegedly claiming to be a victim of right-wing parents conspiring against him. And Nicole, while I do this, can you look quick? He was fired from his previous job at a high school, right? He was in, No, it was a different one. It was, what is the, I swear he was fired from a previous job before he went to this particular, if my memory serves me correctly, if you can, I'm almost 100% sure. He was pushed out of a previous job and then into this job, and then he makes these controversial comments. And he says, according to Alicia Perkins and her sourcing on this, which she's deeply sourced in the Olympia School District and with parents, that this is all parents and students conspiring against him to make up these allegations because they're right-wing and because maybe they don't like that he has social media posts saying, you know, this teacher kills fascists. So then parents decided to have their teen girls make up, I think it was Yelm, make up allegations that he sexually harassed them.
He did work for Yelm.
Yeah.
He was a principal there. He had a DUI. I'm not sure if he was fired.
That was it. Yeah. He had a DUI. And so I don't know if he was fired or resigned or pushed out of the Yelm School District, shows up in the Olympia School District, posts nonsense like this teacher kills fascists, how he's a proud woke educator. And now he's saying that the sexual harassment, 2 credible sexual harassment allegations against him that are very similar in nature are coming from right-wing teenage girls, like their right-wing parents, in retribution and to try to push him out of the district. And these are the people who are around our kids. Maybe you should have fired him after he showed that he's completely unhinged and can't be trusted around other people's kids because he holds up signs saying he kills people. He kills fascists. And we know from his previous social media posts that fascists are basically MAGA Trump supporters. And can you imagine a school looking at that at the time and thinking, oh, it's fine to have these kind of death threats against conservatives, people who you deem as fascists? You know, like we have a bunch of those around in Olympia. Again, they think like their whole student body and all the parents are a monolith. So yeah, we're going to hold, like, he can keep teaching after that. Well, now he's accused of being a total pervert with teen girls. So the Olympia School District gets what it allows. And it allows insane leftist lunatics to work on their staff. And if you're willing to do stuff as unhinged as he is, maybe not a surprise that now you have him also acting allegedly inappropriate with students. It's just ridiculous. We have no standards in our public school system. And we wonder why enrollment is down, attendance is down, and test scores are down, despite what the superintendent of public instruction claims.